Happening right now, the IndieGive campaign is underway, and Fox 21 News is a proud sponsor of IndieGive. This year, we are once again highlighting local organizations that need your help. And this morning, we're talking about Status Code 4, and joining us now to tell us all about it is Dr. Daniel Crampton and Dr. Ann Rush Crampton. Thank you so much both for being here this morning.
Thank you.
So let's just start with what is Status Code 4 and how did it get started?
Okay. So Status Code 4 is an organization that does mental health services for first responders and their family members. And the reason it got started was because, as you'll see in some of our films for the viewers out there, Dan was a retired paramedic and experienced PTSD, and at that time there weren't therapists that were culturally competent with handling that kind of thing, and so he went back to school, got his doctorate in psychology. We met and we decided, you know what, it's time to give back to the community and treat these guys so that they're good for the community.
It's such a great effort and great thing that you guys thought of. But Dan, maybe you can tell us, what are some of the challenges that first responders face when seeking out treatment that maybe the general public doesn't have to deal with?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the biggest things is the stigma on the job. You know, we appear weak if we say that a call bothered us or an incident bothered us. And then some of the other things is there's the potential of losing the job if, depending on which company that they're working with, if they think that mental illness is going to be a detriment to them on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine some of the things that first responders see, but talk about the treatment and what you guys have available for them. And I know the videos, some of them, they don't even need to leave their home to watch.
Right. So we offer, we waive our fee for counseling. In fact, a lot of our stuff is dealing with trauma therapy, and Dan can talk more about that. And then we do a lot of education with departments. We're up to about 50 classes now, where we go out and we talk about the signs and symptoms, resiliency skills, peer support training, that kind of thing. And then we do resources too, like our film series and information for folks.
And you guys said you waived the fees, and you haven't been around that long, but talk about how much money you've already saved first responders.
Yeah.
Yes, so we have just reached the $150,000 mark for saving first responders on the fees, so that roughly about 1,000 sessions.
Yeah.
And speaking to first responders out there who may be watching, what is a piece of advice you would like to give them, or something you want them to know?
Well, one of the biggest things is because of the stuff that we see on the job, we have a tendency to isolate, and we don't want to talk about it, and so we close ourselves off from our coworkers, our families, our friends, and eventually the more we isolate, the more we ruminate over the stuff inside of our head, and that just makes it bigger and bigger until the point where it gets very overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. And what would the money from the IndieGive campaign go towards in your organization?
Really to expand our therapeutic capabilities. We've got some old equipment that we'd like to get replaced, some training to keep us up to date with what's current out there in the field.
And do you guys have any other needs? Is there any volunteer needs, or is financial really the big thing that you guys need at this point?
Actually both, really, all the time. Yeah, we're always looking for volunteers, interns that are working on their master's or their doctorate with the counseling as well, and then the financial support too. That's, you know, all of that we consider as part of our team to make this happen, because this is definitely a community effort.
Well, thank you both so much for being here, and thank you so much for what you're doing for the community. Such an important resource for us to have. Guys, IndieGive runs now through December 31st, and if you're interested in giving or getting involved, head to our webpage, fox21news.com, and click on the big Give tab up at the top for more information.